Hello everyone, Royce here and welcome to channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another Sansevieria species that goes by the name of Sansevieria pfisteri. And I'm not sure if I have pronounced that name correctly, but I'll be placing the spelling of the Sansevieria ID on the left hand corner of the content, and going back to the featured specimen that we have, Sansevieria pfisteri was collected subtropical Africa in Angola. That's 20 miles from Mozambique, and it's having the collection number of Dave Richards, having the collection ID of R2087. So the name pfisteri, I think, comes from one of the collectors, Mr. Pfister, but I'm not really sure. So if I have any updates, I will be including it on the comments below. And then you can also find details or information about Sansevieria pfisteri in Diegatung Sansevieria by Peter A. Mansfield. It's page 94, and also in Sansevieria 19, page 4 of 2009. So those are the reference wherein you can find details about Sansevieria pfisteri. So also, you have noticed in the thumbnail that I am present on the picture, and that is just to show how large the specimen of Sansevieria pfisteri is. So I'll have to move backwards so to show you how large the specimen is. I think if I'm going to later on take measure of it, we can get data on how long the leaves are. I don't have the other equipment with me or tool to measure the leaf thickness, because the leaf are almost cylindrical. But later on we will be describing the characteristics of the species itself. So folks, Sansevieria pfisteri has no other variants. There are no known collection from any other collectors from the old books. It's just collected by Dave Richards, and it's just having the collection number of R2087. So you wouldn't find other collectors such as Ernst or Lavranos having collected Sansevieria pfisteri. So for Sansevieria pfisteri, there's only just one collection number that is designated to it, having that Sansevieria ID. It's R2087, and it's tagged under Dave Richards' name. So going back, this is how the specimen looks like. In a bit we will be discussing more about the characteristics itself, but according to Peter Mansfield, the book actually is in German, so I'll have to translate it for you. Sansevieria pfisteri is a stemless with subterranean 1.5 to 3 centimeters thick, light brown rhizomes. So that's the color of the rhizomes, which can grow to 40 centimeters long. The leaves are very thick, as what I'm showing you right now. It is indeed very thick and almost cylindrical. So slightly laterally compressed. When fully grown, they form even spread. They're evenly spread, so they're disticus in form. The leaves lie horizontally on the ground, so the leaves are trying to move downwards. In fact, if they're planted directly to the soil or to the ground, the lower leaves will be laying on the ground itself, which is sometimes bad for Sansevierias, because when leaves droop down ground level, some pest would love to infest the leaves if they are touching the ground. So going back to what Mansfield has stated here in his book, uh, the individual leaves are 60 to 65 centimeters long, so they're almost one ruler, or 24 inch, I think. And then 10 centimeters in diameter. So I think I don't have to record it. It says that the thickness of the leaves are 10 cm in diameter. They have the width of up to 2 centimeters and depth of up to 1.5 centimeters, notch shaped groove top, and 7 very flat longitudinal grooves, and significant number of darker lines. So darker lines, these are the darker lines that Peter was talking about. So we are, as well as verifying all the what Mansfield has published on his book, as we discuss the species Sansevieria pfisteri. So and then the tip leaf is blunt. The leaf edge is brownish with whitish edge. I think later on we'll be discussing it. I don't think that's brown. For me, that's like bloody red in color. So it looks like dried blood, in my opinion. And then the edge is a wilted part, so it has a wilted tip. He described it as whitish though, and also described it as brown. From what I am seeing though, I would rather call it as bloody red in color and not brown. So going back, he also stated the inflorescence. Unfortunately, this specimen has no inflorescence or flower bloom because, like I said, some Sansevieria species are not frequent bloomers. They don't bloom or show inflorescence as frequently as other species. So if someone tells you, I have something here that would make your Sansevierias bloom faster for you, actually that's a myth. And blooming of Sansevierias are species dependent. There are Sansevierias that can bloom as frequently as they can because they grow in colonies faster. But as for what you're seeing right now, as you can see, it's not very prolific, and also it will seldom show you its inflorescence or flower bloom. So just to describe the inflorescence, it's a simple spiked up to 64 centimeters long. The tufts are numerous with 6 to 10 flowers per cluster. The flowers are whitish and cream colored. Flower tubes is 20 to 25 millimeters. The tip is 10 millimeters. So 20 to 25 would be the if this has an inflorescence right here, the 20 and 25 would be this part, and then the upper portion would be 10 millimeters. And like I said, Sansevieria pfisteri is found in subtropical Africa in Angola, 20 miles from Mozambique. So that's where this specimen or Sansevieria pfisteri was found. There are no other records of Sansevieria pfisteri found in other parts of Africa. So going back, I've given you the brief information about Sansevieria pfisteri. I'll try to clip the phone so we can do some measurements with regards to my specimen of Sansevieria pfisteri. Alright, so folks, give me a bit so we can get measuring. Actually, I have something here. I have a ruler, but I guess it is more accurate to use the measuring tape because the leaves are curved downwards. So with the measuring tape, you can also curve it to measure the exact length of the leaves. So my specimen would measure 18 inches for the longest. Some leaves would be 14. Some leaves still very hard though. The longest leaf that I had measured is 18 inches for my specimen, but I have seen some other specimen of Sansevieria pfisteri grow larger than what I have. I can't exactly measure the diameter, but I can measure how thick it is by measuring it sideways. It's 1.3 inches. You can call it diameter, but the leaf shape is oblongated, so I don't think it can be measured accurately through or with diameter. If you want to measure something with the diameter, it has to be full circle, not oblongated, because you'll have two types of diameters when you're measuring it. So if I'm going to measure it sideways, I'm measuring again 1.3 inches, and at the top would just be around 1 inch or 0.75 of an inch. So I can't accurately measure it because like I said, the leaves are like in the shape of if you cut it right here and you measure the diameter, you'd have two diameters, so not exactly a full circle or cylindrical shape. That you can get the diameter easily. So next we will be measuring the we will try to feel the leaf surface, and the leaf surface, I'm sorry, if you touch or feel it vertically, it's smooth to the touch. This is feeling horizontally, it is still smooth, but you feel bumps on it because of this dark green longitudinal lines that are kinda buried deep. So when you try to feel it, you'd feel ridges when you feel it horizontally. And then, like I said, let me get the phone. You can see that there are leaf canals on the center part, but it is very thin that you cannot feel through it. It's about 1.5 millimeters leaf canal, I think. You're not able to feel it through your fingers because it's too thin or narrow for your fingers to get through it. So there's no way for me to tell the texture of the leaf canal. So this is the longitudinal lines. It's dark. That's the tip. It's a wilty tip because like Mansfield said, it's whitish in color, but it's kind of wilty. It's a wilted part. And then, like I said, there's a bloody red color on the before you get to the whitish tip. So it's also, you also get that on the leaf edges before you can get through the leaf canal. So aside from that, I think we're able to discuss all the parts of Sansevieria pfisteri. They're very, very large plants, and that is why I'd have to move backwards for you to see the whole plant itself. Actually, we can make use of this 24-inch ruler because from side to side, I think it measures 24-inch, like what I'm showing you right now. So that's from tip to tip, it's 24-inch, and then for the height, you'd be at around 16 to 17. That depends if the leaf would shoot through upwards, then it might be around 20 to 22 inches tall. I'm not sure about other people's specimen of Sansevieria pfisteri, but um, what I'm showing you right now are actual data from my own specimen of Sansevieria pfisteri. So folks, I think this is it for this content. So if you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and if you like what I have presented, please do like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.